You're watching Fugitive Red-Eye, and welcome to another Undertale-related video. Today we'll be looking at the Undertale Tarot art prints. So yeah, these are Undertale Tarot cards. I've already had a look at them. Unfortunately, they're not like real tarot cards. Like, they don't have like different tarots, whatever the thing you call those are, assigned to it. So it doesn't have like the Tower, the World, Death, any of that. It's just the characters, but it's still really cool. So I thought I'd give it its own video rather than just including it in a collection update, although I will include it in a collection update in much, much less detail. As you can see, much like the physical releases of the game, this was done by Fangamer. There's that side. There's the bottom of the box. Top of the box, I have not actually unsealed it, but I have opened the bottom because the bottom didn't have a seal. I will warn you in advance, some of these cards contain some spoilers, so you have been warned. As you can see on the back, we have the Delta Rune itself, along with the 6 human souls. Actually, looks like they include all 7 human souls, so yours as well. And then they got the annoying dog on all 4 corners. So the first card we have is Flowey. As you can see, there's Azrael up at the top. Again, I did mention these do have some spoilers, so there's that. Next card we have is Cara. I do like that they don't give you her name. Obviously, Cara is the one you name. Again, major spoilers here. This is from the genocide ending, and the fact that she's taking your soul is also a major spoiler for the genocide ending, or rather the soulless reset. Here we have Stronger Monsters, so it's got all the monsters that are both in hard mode and core, as well as it's got Glide up here, so that's pretty cool. Next up we have Doggo and Doggeressa, who are collectively known as Doggy. It's that dog couple from the Dog Wedding, and they are a boss fight in the game, or a mini-boss, rather. Next up we have Onion-san. And if you haven't noticed, each of the cards have different art in the corners of each card as well, which I think is pretty nifty. Then, of course, we have Lesser Dog, and he's building the Snow Dog, so that's pretty cool, too. Pun intended, since it's a snow dog. Next up, we have Bratty and Catty. Bratty and Catty are honestly probably my least favorite characters. They don't really leave as much of an impression on me as a lot of the others, but they're still decent. I mean, there's not a single character in this game I dislike. Then we have the bird that carries you over a disproportionately small gap. I also love that that bird has an epic theme, and I love the fucking artwork here with like the neon blue of Waterfall. I think it's great. And these cards are out of order, so I'm just going in the order they're stacked. But we got Mettaton Neo, which of course is the Genocide exclusive Mettaton. Then next up we got Grillby. Then we got the Mad Dummy. I absolutely love the Mad Dummy. I think he's a great character. Fun boss fight, and I love his dialogue. I wish there was a card of Mad Mew Mew, but I'm pretty sure there's not. I've looked through this deck a couple times. I don't think there is. Then we got Jerry. We're going to go ahead and ditch his card over here. Next up we have Icee. I don't think Icee actually physically appears in the game. I think he's just on the puzzle, but he is actually a character in Delta Rune as well. So I think it's interesting they gave Icee his own card. Next up, we got Doggo, and he's getting freaked out because Frisk is hugging him from behind. Obviously, Frisk wasn't moving when he did this, so that would be my assumption, which is why Doggo is losing his fucking shit. Then we got Mount Ebbet, which, you know, is the mountain that you climb on at the beginning of the game to fall in the first place, but it's got a bunch of little monsters on it, too, so that's pretty cool. Then we got Sans in the final corridor with his eyes lit up with the Judgment, Karmic Retribution stuff, so that's pretty cool, too. Again, spoilers are all over in these cards, so I did warn you. Then we got Monster Kid. I love Monster Kid. I think he's a great character. I love how he just tags along with you in every run. And, I don't know, I think Monster Kid's fun. I like it. I like him. He's so naive and trusting and gullible, and again, his role in the Genocide route is part of why Undyne the Undying is like one of my favorite things in the game. Then we got Napstablook. I really wish Napstablook had actually played a bigger role in the game, because Napstablook is such a fun character. But there he is, laying on the floor, feeling like garbage and staring up into the universe. Alright, here we have Mettaton EX, and then regular Mettaton down below. Mettaton's great, I absolutely love him. But I think it's pretty cool that they just put them both here. I think it's interesting that Mettaton Neo got his own card, but then regular Mettaton and Mettaton EX just shared one. But I'm fine with it, in all honesty, because you're going to encounter both of these in the same run, whereas Mettaton Neo you're only going to encounter in one run. Granted, you will encounter regular Mettaton at least once. You won't actually physically fight him in Genocide, but you will fight Mettaton Neo, if you can call that a fight. You know what I mean. Alright, here we have Omega Flowey, which is my second favorite boss fight in the game. I love Omega Flowey. I think this boss fight is fucking fantastic. I love the creepypasta-ish nature of it, so I think that's pretty great. One interesting tidbit, though, according to the wiki, Omega Flowey's official name is like Photoshop Flowey, and then Omega Flowey is the name given to him by the fan base. But this is an official card, and it calls him Omega Flowey, so I guess that name was canonized. Alright, here we got Burger Pants. Burger Pants, I think, is a fucking fantastic character. I love his attitude. I love his comments. You notice, actually, you actually get a look at the face stake here, though. Because I remember when I played the game, I wondered, is the face stake in the shape of Mettaton Regular's face or Mettaton EX? And it's regular Mettaton, as you can see, so there you go. I also love just how many different expressions there are of Burger Pants on the wall behind him, and the fact that he's been nominated Screw Up of the Month repeatedly. Burger Pants is also one of the most emotive characters in the game. But you can also see Glam Burgers and Starface, so you get a look at all of the stuff he sells. I guess with the exception of the Legendary Hero, because I don't see that anywhere on here. Alright, here we have Muffet. Muffet's a pretty fun boss fight. I do like all the little spider dialogue and how she pulls you a glass full of spiders and how you can easily do it with a shortcut if you have a spider donut or spider cider. Which, by the way, was the way I did it the first time because I had that and because a friend of mine told me about it in advance. So I thought the boss fight was actually much harder than it actually was because I died and then I'm like, fuck it, I'm just going to use the donut shortcut now that I know about it. But then when I played through Pacifist again, I didn't have a spider donut, and this fight's really not that difficult. It's actually really fucking easy, so I don't know what the hell. Alright, here we have the Absolute God of Hyperdeath, which is the second phase Azrael. Again, spoilers all over this. I love this art, though. I love the the white on black color scheme with the soul attack, whatever this one's called, I forget, just kind of zooming by. I love the colors on this. This looks fucking cool. Alright, here we have Undyne, which, as I've mentioned before, is my favorite character in the game. There she is with her Spear of Justice, standing on the mountain, with a bunch of spears around her. I would assume this is leading up to the boss fight. Alright, here we have Temi. Just one card for Temi, but we got a bunch of different Temis here. We got Bob, even, and then we got the Temi with the hard-boiled egg. We got a Temi holding a picture of Aaron. And then we got the Temi with hives, and then of course we got Shopkeeper Temi with her little college hat, because obviously she goes off to college. There's a lot of items in the back behind Temi, some of which are items you can sell to her, like the stick. I'm not sure what the potion or the bone are supposed to be, I guess it's just a potion and a bone, but yeah, there it is. Alright, here we have Gerson. Now Gerson, there's an interesting thing about him, an inconsistency I noticed in Genocide. Because when you do Neutral and Pacifist and you talk to Gerson about himself, he mentions that he used to be a hero called Gerson, the Hammer of Justice, but when you talk to him in Genocide, he's not a hero and he never was. That's what he says. So I think that's an interesting either inconsistency or maybe he's lying to you in one of the runs. But then we got the Cloudy Glasses, the Torn Notebook, you know, the two biggest items that he sells you, the two most important. But yeah, Gerson's a good character, I like him. He knows all the history of the underground. Alright, here we have the Greater Dog holding the stick that you sent to play fetch with him. And, W-A-N. One. I'm not sure exactly what the significance of that sign is, in all honesty. Alright, here we have Royal Guards 1 and 2, buying up all the nice cream. Royal Guards 1 and 2, pretty fun little interaction that you do in Hotland. Fun little dialogue, and I hesitate to use the word cute, because I don't like to use that. But cute little interactions between them. I think it's a fun little interaction you have with them. And here we have the great Papyrus, who is one of the best characters in the game, obviously. He's got the annoying dog down there, too, stealing his special attack, of course. But what more can be said about Papyrus? He's the sweetest, most innocent character in the game. He's fun, he's wacky, and he's all around just fun to be around. Fun character, definitely in my top 3. Alright, here we have Asgore. He's got his little trident there, and the human souls. I noticed one of them is red, so does that imply he beat Frisk on this card? That's an interesting thing. Oh, that's really clever. I like that. The mercy button is gone, so there's no fourth corner here. That's pretty clever. I like that a lot, actually. Then here we have Toriel using her fire magic. Obviously, Toriel is the first major boss. Great character as well. Love Toriel. She's fucking great. Probably the one I feel the most guilty about killing on Genocide personally. A lot of people say Papyrus. I don't know, I always felt a little bit worse killing Toriel, even though I think I do like Papyrus better as a character, and his death is really sad in Genocide as well. But obviously her name is a clever pun on the word tutorial, because she's the one who guides you through the tutorial in the ruins. Alright, here we have Dr. Alphys, and you may notice that the True Lab stuff, the amalgamates, are actually behind her in this, so again, more spoilers, but I think it's fucking great. I love the shading and detail on this. I think it's fucking cool. I love this. The art on these cards is spectacular. I'm glad I bought this. Alright, here we have Azrael. And obviously Phase 1 Azrael. We already saw the Absolute God of Hyperdeath, but you can see hints of it behind him, too. Like all the colors around him, too. Very interesting. Azrael, great boss fight as well. Definitely in my top 5 boss fights in the game. Not my favorite. Probably my, I don't know, third favorite? I don't know. First Undyne the Undying, then Omega Flowey. Yeah, then probably Azrael Dreamer. I think his boss fight's really cool. I like the little detail of them making him wear the locket. That's pretty cool, too. I like that a lot. Then here we have Frisk. Again, they just call him the Human. Obviously, Frisk is his name, and I know I keep saying his, and some people are probably going to jump down my throat. I know that they don't have confirmed genders. Don't worry about that. Yeah, there's Frisk. I think it's interesting, though. They just decided to call him the Human, because obviously, I mean, there's all sorts of spoilers on here, so I mean, I don't know if there's necessarily a point. But maybe spoilers aren't as obvious without the context of the game. So maybe I'm overthinking it. Alright, now here we have Heat's Flamesman. Now, originally, I thought the fact that it said Magma Hot Sky was a misprint, or like they fucked up. But I realized after the fact that that's an intentional joke. Because Heat's Flamesman whole thing is he says, my name is Heat's Flamesman, remember my name. And then the whole thing with him is whether or not you remember his name. So obviously the joke is you forgot his name, so it's Magma Hot Sky. That's funny, I like that. Alright, save the best one for last, but we got Undyne the Undying, which they simply just say the Undying, which is fine. But obviously Undyne the Undying is my favorite boss battle in the game, Undyne's my favorite character, and Undyne the Undying is my favorite version of Undyne. This battle has my favorite song in the game, Battle Against a True Hero. I love everything about this fight. It also has my favorite cutscene in the game, which is the lead up to it involving Monster Kid. Everything about Undyne the Undying is fucking cool. And that's the Undertale Tarot cards. I hope you've enjoyed this video. This has been Fugitive Red Eye. Have a good one.